Hello, I'm Dan Norenberg, advisor, coach, and consultant to executive and strategic leadership teams. Welcome to Norenberg's 90 Seconds. In these short clips, I'm going to share with you a leadership situation, the challenge, the struggle, or the blind spot this created for a leader. And then in about 90 seconds, I'll tell you about the idea, tool, or insight that this leader and I discussed to help them be more successful. And in doing so, should you encounter a situation like this at some point in the future, you'll have an additional resource or idea to help you be more effective. Let me say a few words about today's situation. A senior leader and I were recently discussing the progress that was taking place in his organization from some strategy renewal work that we had done together. He said everything was going well, but his body language and the tone of his voice told me something different. So I explored this. And finally he said, "Well, Dan, if I'm really honest, while we felt this strategy renewal work was very valuable, and particularly the last offsite was very motivating and powerful, quite frankly, I would have expected more things to change in our organization than have changed up to this point." This leader and I explored his perceptions, and we closed with a really good conversation, the essence of which I'm going to share with you now. Anonymously, of course. This is Norenberg's 90 Seconds. You can start the clock. I thanked this leader for his honesty. And then I began to explore with this leader what changed for him. What was he doing differently? How was he spending his time? How was he addressing priorities in a different way since this strategy renewal work? More importantly, I said, to what degree is the leadership team following up on the commitments, agreements, and changes that they agreed to make? And most important, how do people around the leadership team perceive these changes? It became very uncomfortable because this leader recognized that neither he nor the leadership team had taken the steps to follow through on their agreements and commitments. In fact, they were waiting and watching the project workhorses in the organization carry forward their parts of the agreement. But the problem was the agreements and the projects were tied to agreements and commitments in the executive team, both individually and collectively. So very little had really changed at the top. And as uncomfortable as this moment was, this leader recognized that the change that he was expecting in others should have started with him and his leadership team. How are you and your leadership team setting the example for the change you expect in others? I'm Dan Norenberg, and that's Norenberg's 90 Seconds. Thank you.